Hello friends. I grew up in an old wooden 3-story house, a Tudor revival type house, a large house with many rooms. When I say many rooms, I really mean many rooms. To be precise, it had a total of 24 big rooms. Some of these rooms were like secret compartments, little doors nobody ever opened. But I was embedded with curiosity, and closed doors had to be opened. For example, when I was about 11 years old and left the bedroom I shared with my sister, in my new bedroom I discovered there was a trunk room that connected my new bedroom with my grandmother's bedroom. It was full of trunks and hat boxes. After carefully considering the risk of fumbling with my granny's things, I went head in. And yes, one of my great finds here was some old hats and clothes from the 1910s or 20s. At that age, I had a great imagination and no shame at all. So I tried on all my grandparents' clothes and spent the afternoon dressing up as a gentleman or a lady, ready to escort the Queen to Ascot. But the important thing is that now I knew there were interesting things behind those secret doors, and I had to explore all the little doors in the house. There were 3 other trunk rooms in the house. One on the 2nd floor was taken over by my sister for her new bedroom. The other 2 were in the attic, so that was where I headed. I started with the north side trunk room that had a good amount of light coming in through its windows. Here I found lots of old clothes and documents that kept me busy till it started getting dark, but nothing special. After school next day, I went up the stairs to the attic and entered the south side trunk room. I was kind of disappointed with my findings after going through so many trunks the day before, but I had nothing better to do. Patience is rewarding. Under the 2nd trunk I put my nose in. Under some nicely packed clothes, I found my treasure. After removing some of the clothes, I found 2 green books, about 9 by 12 inches big and about 1 inch fat. No inscription on the green covers. I picked up one of the books and opened it. You won't believe what I had found. To my amazement, it was a stamp album, but not just any stamp album. It was a collection of very antique stamps, very valuable stamps. And together with the stamp albums, there was a box full of stamps and envelopes. Commonwealth stamps from 1840 up to 1954. My dad was an advanced stamp collector and had tried to get me enthused. He taught me all he knew about stamps, how to identify them, classify them, give them proper care, and so on. He showed me that stamps are a lesson in geography and history, especially of Asian and African nations I had never heard of. Something my local education would never give me, including the history and cultures nobody talked about. And with those endeavors, together with a Gibbons catalogue, I already had some knowledge regarding which stamps are valuable and which not. So you can imagine my amazement was not simply a kid's reaction to novelty. Despite my young age, I had a pretty good idea of what I had in my hands. Some penny blacks, about 20 penny reds, and a few penny blues, just on the first pages, had my eyes blinded with pound signs and dollar signs floating around. As soon as I got over my amazement, I ran down the 2 flights of stairs to the sitting room where my father was preparing a class, and I showed him what I had found. Well, my father didn't react very enthused. Maybe he wasn't very sure if he should give me a reprimand for intruding in other people's trunks or congratulate me for the find. But the truth is, he never cared about the money. The real treasure for him was relaxing, the pleasure of diverting his attention from daily stressors and all the knowledge behind most of the stamps in his collection. Well, friends, I hope you liked the story and the video. And if you did, Please remember to subscribe and share it as much as you can. The survival of this channel and the stories to come might depend on your help. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click on the bell if you want to listen to more stories like this one.